morning, guys. We are back another week, kicking off today. I'm gonna have Spencer walk through the mobility. This will be a little bit longer mobility session today, about 6 to 8 minutes. So really get in there, take advantage of this time, and get some of those positions. All right, Spence.
All right, guys, we're gonna start with a right side lizard. So we'll lunge that right leg out. We're gonna sit here for a minute. We're focusing on sending that back hip forward, both hands right next to our foot. So right inside here. So 1 minute on our right side, then we're gonna go to a twisted lizard. So with this right leg, we're gonna reach back, grab our foot if we can, and we're in that twisted lizard now. So we're kind of stretching our quad out a little bit and getting a little torso twist in there. We're gonna stay 1 minute on our right side. If we can't do that twisted lizard, we'll just stay 1 more minute with that lizard right here, okay? Then we'll flip, we'll go left side, 1 minute lizard, that twisted lizard again on our left side. So we're twisting this way, grab it with our left foot, 1 minute here, okay? And then we'll go to a seal pose. So seal pose, we're on our stomach, nice big press up here, arms underneath our shoulders when we start. We're gonna go 1 minute here, stretch our lower back, core out a little bit. 1 minute there. After that minute, we're gonna finish with a child's pose. So arms out, send those hips back towards our heels, and push those shoulders down towards the ground, okay? So 1 minute to finish out there. That's our mobility for today.
Okay, so today we've got a little triplet for us. It's gonna go 40, 30, 20, 10, 3 movements. So 40, 40, 40, 30, 30, 30, all the way down to 10, 10, 10. The first movement is gonna be inverted oblique reaches, side to side reaches. So my heels are down and he's gonna come up and then twist and touch each hand to each heel. Every time he touches one is 1 rep. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. The big key is here, when he's up, his shoulders are off the ground. So think of that hollow position. If he straightens his legs, right, all the way out, he's in a hollow, he stays in that position. That's where he's gonna be when he's sitting up in these inverted obliques, okay? The next movement is gonna be a rear foot elevated split squat. So find anything. It can be a couch, it can be a chair, it can be a stool. You know, roughly 12 to 18 inches high. You know, I would err on the side of going lower than higher. And then he takes 1 step out and he's ready to go and he just squats, bring that back knee down the ground. If it's 40 reps for round 1, he's gonna split 20 and 20. All right, break it up however you want, but he's got 20 on his left, 20 on his right, would equal his 40. For the 30, he'd have 15 and 15, 10 and 10, and then it would end with 5 and 5 for the set of 10. Now, the last movement is gonna be probably the bulk of this workout. It's gonna be a single arm mountain climber. So it's gonna be very shoulder and core centric. He's gonna start, 1 hand on the ground, and these are 2 counts. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, all the way to 40. Every time he switches, every time he rests, he's gonna switch. So if he goes to his knees and breaks it up, that's fine. If he was on his left hand, he'd now be on his right hand. And to set this up, I think the easiest way to set this up is he sets his opposite foot next to his hand, and now he begins. 1, 2, 3, and we just pick up right where we left off. All right, so that's our 40, 40, 40, 30, 30, 30, 20, 20, 20, 10, 10, 10. If we can't do that single arm mountain climber, we can turn that into a 2-handed mountain climber. Same thing, 2 count though. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. If we want to scale this rear elevated split squat, we can scale it to not elevated at all, and it's just gonna be offset, and he'll hit his split squats this way. Again, even reps per side. All right? Make sure you post your times to see how fast you can get through that. But remember, the standard, if you do this right, that standard has to be on that single arm mountain climber, get the feet outside the hands. What we don't want to see, let's show them some shallow ones. All right? You'll have a really fast time, Milton. I mean, anybody that does that, you'll have a really fast time. We got to make sure you get those legs up and outside those hands. And after that set of 40, it'll start to slow you down a little bit. All right, guys, have fun with that one. Okay, one of the downfalls of this quarantine is it gives me a ton of time to go back through old notes and old programs and find painful ways to mix things up for you guys. Today's finisher is 25 inverted burpees for time. We're gonna give you about 4 scales for this. So if you can do a handstand hold, then we're gonna be just fine doing the RX version. Spencer will show us 2 of them. Start standing, he comes down, rocks back, comes up, kicks into a handstand hold, comes back down, that's 1. Rocks up. The goal is not to use our hands as we stand up. Come back down, that's 2. All right, so 25 of those is gonna be challenging. You're gonna have to take your time. If we don't feel quite comfortable with not kicking ourselves and falling back on our back here, what we can do is use a wall, do the exact same thing, and Spencer will show us one where he is in front of a wall, he comes back, rocks himself up, kicks up to the wall, that's 1, and does his 25 that way. All right, that's perfectly fine. I think one of the ways I would want to do this is I would do it with a partner and I would go 1 for 1. So Spencer would do one of his, he'd kick up to me, I would make sure I caught his feet, get him back, then I would go down, I would do 1. That's 1 and 1, 2 and 2, and it would just give me a good opportunity to pace off of somebody else. So if you've got 2 people, I think that'd be a fun way to do it. If you're not comfortable at all, upside down, on the wall, freestanding, any of that, that's totally fine. We can make it just as painful. All Spencer's gonna do is he'll go rock back, he'll come back forward, and he'll do a max effort jump as high as he can. 25 of those, I'd almost rather be doing the handstand hold than the 25 max effort vertical jumps. The only other thing we'll talk about is the actual get up portion of this. So when Spence shows us this get up, he makes it look a lot easier than it really is. So do one of these. So you'll see he doesn't use his hands. All right, he comes back up and he stands up. I'm telling you, it's much harder than that. So if we have to use our hands, then he can rock back and he can get up any way he wants. He can kind of use his hands to help him balance on that, all right? So practice this a few times. You'll find that just the getting up portion will really tax your body. If for some reason that doesn't work at all, then I'm fine. We can turn this into a standard burpee with a max effort jump. So the final scale is, I just do a burpee, I come up, and I jump as high as I can, all right? One of those 5 ways to scale that hopefully works for you guys. But if you attack these 25, this will be a good little finisher for you. Enjoy it.